Wait,
Ollie
now?
hates us.
What?
Are we live yet?
Yeah.
Did we go live yet?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, live.
We're live.
We were talking about the concept of homemade Oreos, and I'm very happy that that's a thing, and I may ask for the recipe.
Will do.
But I imagine it's one of the things where there'll probably be a level of satisfaction on making homemade Oreos, but also you'll feel much worse about eating a whole sleeve in one go.
Well, I can also get rid of like that crummy filling and give it like an actual like nice like cream filling.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. All right. So you start trekking further up the tower, and as you do, I imagine, is there anything you want to do while you're going up the stairs before you open up the next door in the darkness?
Recast. Mage hand.
Yeah.
I will cast. Oh, so I'll actually look to Riel and say, "You had trouble seeing in that past room."
Yeah, well, obviously humans can't see naturally in this level.
He's a human
No,
too.
I am human too, but I understand. That's why I create my light, and I'll say, "Would you like to be able to see better?"
If you can make that happen, yes, it would be useful for me being in the vanguard.
It'll help a little bit, and I'll like reach to your the hilt of your sword and like pull it up slightly and touch your sword, casting light on it right before we go in.
Okay.
How long does that last? 1 hour, so not necessarily right before, but
That is a 20 foot. Okie dokie, let me apply it. And then you,
It might help.
and then she opens the door. What you see, as you open the door, is a room with several statues and large glowing crystals on magical pedestals. It's one of those things where you can easily tell that these crystals are of a magical nature. In fact, you can actually see magic flowing from your the crystals to the door on the other side of the chamber, very dramatically, like literally flowing through the air like ink in water. Multiple colors, actually very similar to how Mr. Huffling just cast his spell. The statues in the room are of sort of statuesque figures, although their forms are somewhat grotesque and dramatic, clutching swords and shields.
Take a few steps.
I cannot hear you, Ian. Sorry.
He's taken a few steps.
Yeah, taking a few steps in.
We have a quiet Ian today, but that's okay.
I'm going to follow suit behind. But it was going to be one of those, like, I'll put my spot, like, it's one of those, like, a half step behind you. You know what I mean?
Haha, because you're a halfling.
Way.
I'm going to stop at this point, and I'll say to Riel, be like, what are those? Ollie.
Those crystals, they're large, dramatic-looking crystals with magic flowing out of them.
Are they bigger than Riel?
Yeah, well, yeah. It's one of those things where I suppose you could easily put like a human inside them. They also have these sort of metal bands around them that are almost like chaining them down. And the more you look at them, it looks like the base around them looks like it could twist and move with some mechanisms, which is not uncommon for this tower as you've gone through it. There's been actually quite a lot of mechanisms.
So, I'll say to Riel, I'll be like, what are they? It almost looks like a puzzle.
I'm gonna fiddle with the mechanisms a bit using my mage hand.
I just sort of like whisper back to General that I don't know. It's outside of my area of expertise. Devi or Mikael would probably know more.
Give me an investigation check, Devi.
Perhaps we should just be at the ready in case they need our aid.
Or if they need something smashing in short order, yes.
I could do a little bit more than that, thank you. And I
You
imagine
figure-
you can as well. Don't sell yourself short.
You figure that the
I don't have proficiency in
yeah
investigation.
you figure that they can twist. Needs a little more force.
I'm gonna try to just.
Okay, you don't even need to do a roll with that. The twisting is entirely possible. You twist probably the top one, right? Because that's the one you're sort of looking at.
Yeah.
You twist it. And the whole mechanism sharply turns. It actually turns completely all the way around. But I'm just going to turn it, once like this, so you can kind of tell that it's turned.
Okay.
Actually, it should have been. Well, actually, that doesn't help at all because all the sides are the same. Never mind. I'm going to give it a little symbol so you can tell it's turned. I'll give it a little skull and crossbones for no reason at all. And you see that the magic that's flowing from literally the door frame of the other side, from the crystal to the door frame, quickly rescends back into the crystal and actually starts traveling towards the old door that you came out of, which very quickly shuts.
Okay.
You didn't recognize any mechanisms in the door from there, but now that you're actually looking at it, the doorway is a little more ornate than it was before. Both doorways have sort of, like a lot of places here, these visages of skeletal forms on it. And when you start fiddling with that in the way that you do, in something that maybe tickled the back of your mind, the statues around you start to twist and jerk and move, and actually it becomes revealed to a trained eye like Devi, but these actually weren't statues. They were quite similar to your trick earlier. They're actually illusions. There are illusions that were hiding suits of armor that start to glow with an inner magic. And why don't you fine folks give me some initiative rolls?
Devi, what did you do?
I closed that door. I'm gonna open that door, and there are guardians that we have to kill.
He's not wrong.
Well, at least
It seems very straightforward to me.
Lucky to you guys. Lucky to you, the Guardians are starting to move very slowly. They're sort of stepping out from the illusions that they're in, which is making the illusion around them sort of fizzle and break. You have plenty of time to react before they actually even start moving proper.
Moving proper.
Moving proper.
Moving proper. Sorry.
How many are there? You said there's 4?
There is 4, sir.
Okay. Well, I guess I am going to throw a scorching ray at... Well, we'll see what happens, so...
Okay.
It's at this one up
I was
here.
gonna say, can you get all of them in a fireball? What's the radius in fireball? Is that
I
30 or
don't
60?
think
No,
so.
no, not in a million years.
No, yeah.
Okay.
So, scorching ray 1, scorching ray 2, and scorching ray 3.
They all hit. They all hit.
Boom. Boom. I'm gonna probably reroll damage, but we'll see.
Yeah. Just give me the damage at the end.
I got you. Actually, no. Yeah, wait, I have a 1 there. So,
Well, that's some hard block.
Can't you reroll 2s as well?
I can if I choose to use the sorcery points too. I'm definitely not gonna.
So you rolled. Oh, it's 2d6s each. Okay, I guess that's not.
3. Yeah, it's not
36.
terrible damage, but it's not good.
It's not good.
So that's +2, so that's 8, 15, 22 damage to this one up here.
Okay, so this thing is starting to step out of place. You launch these beams of fire, hot, holy fire, that start just. These are very ornate suits of armor. Like I said, they're grotesque. They have like sort of faces and more bone shapes on them. And you just start melting the chess piece, and it becomes evident that there's nothing inside aside from a glowing of magic. It's not like a simple animated armor where it's just hollow completely. There's almost like a ghostly-ish form inside that almost starts to wisp out when you cause far more damage. But you actually very badly injure it, melting some of the metal together, leaving large holes in other parts.
Yeah, I do that, and I just say, get these things before they even get a chance to attack us.
Next up is Devi.
Alright. I don't care so much about the monsters. What I am curious about is if more will be summoned if I turn the other crystal. So we're gonna do that with a mage hand. So I'm to actually go over there.
Yep.
Nice experiment.
You turn the other crystal. You don't
Yeah.
actually see more being summoned. You do
I was
see.
gonna say, I don't think they were summoned, were they?
They weren't summoned.
They were
but
already here.
revealed.
Yeah.
What you do see is the door on the other side of the room
Open up.
open up.
Nice. I'll kind of move my way towards that area.
Puzzle ever.
By the way, guys, they're really slow moving. We could probably just go. And then I can use my mage hand to close the door after we leave. That's my suggestion to the group.
What if we have to come back through here later and we're not in as good of a condition?
I mean, I feel like we should save our strength for the Lich and deal with what happens afterwards, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
You are more than welcome to stay here and fight the very slow-moving suits of armor.
I will nod to the literally wisest person in the party.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
What is it, a 10?
Yep.
Yep.
Riel then. Your turn.
Well, if General seems to be in agreement with Devi about that.
First
then,
time.
I will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Action move. I'm not going to move all the way though. I'm going to move to about there, just so that hopefully if they attack, they focus on me rather than the others.
Ha.
You do have light shining from you, so maybe they will.
Yeah, it's a vain hope, and I will end my turn there.
General.
So, I mean, I know she's kind of like making her way over there. I don't want to leave Mikhail fucked. Damn it. I can't leave Mikhail without a paddle. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll actually attack this one. I'll do a defensive flourish attack. I'll make my attack first. Wait, that's the one that you attacked before. I Eric did, anyways. That's the one that you attacked before, right? Which one was?
Nope. I attacked the one up here first.
Where
If
was
you want
I?
to
I was
change your
standing right
mind,
here.
you can.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's too far. It's one square too far for me to get there. So I'll hit this one, and not
22
Ericing
hits.
the roll. What?
Oh, you Eric. Sorry.
Yeah.
I wasn't really paying attention. That is still a hit.
Okay. So doing damage. Beautiful.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
Adding damage onto that. This is
Actually,
gonna be
it's not that strong a damage because your blade is not magical,
correct.
and it's very clear that this armor is very heavily warded, and there's no flesh to cut.
That was a Master's Flourish, so it only affected my AC by 1, and only did 1 more damage, probably ignored. I do my second attack against it. Do my damage with it. Not very much.
Not very much.
And I think I'm going to save my spells. I don't think there's any spells worth casting right now. Yeah. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Cool. Next up are the beasties. So immediately, when this one sort of steps down over the plinth as you're starting to attack a general, then it starts to move with actually quite a bit of speed. And goes to swing at you. The first time it's like you're like, oh, these things are. Or Devi's like, these are slow. We can outmove them, and then it goes like a sort of very quickly over General's head. He does have to duck a bit. And actually, the second time when it sort of swings down at him, he can dodge back deftly as well. Then you're gonna have one of these. 6. Go down. Swing, but they roll like garbage. What's your AC, Mikhail?
I think it's a 17. Let me check. Yep, 17.
What? You're
Ellie?
a sorcerer.
Yeah, I got, that.
Okay, its second attack hits. I feel a little better now. The first one sort of runs up, and you just sort of you managed to get out of the way. You saw it coming. It was lumbered up to you. It's the suit of armor. It's not that hard. Well, it is actually, but that's neither here nor there. And then it hits you for 11 slashing damage when it does nick you with its second swing.
That's fine. I'm gonna use my reaction to deal
Whoa, holy shit.
17 damage. Actually, I'm gonna reroll that. 4.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Come on. Give me something good. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It runs up and you get out of the way, and then you even like let it hit you the second time. You know that the swing isn't going to be more than you can do to it, and as it swings at you, you sort of grab at it and push fire into the thing that's already starting to melt, and the armor melts more and more and more. Next up is...
How much damage did it do? I'm sorry.
It dealt 11 damage. One against Riel.
It's not what Scotty is. Fake news.
It definitely is.
This one goes up and swings at Riel. You easily manage to shield the first attack. The second one will actually... will pierce your shield faith.
Drat.
Yeah, I know. It makes me feel very happy. For 6 damage.
And Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
I still have my Shield of Faith.
Good job.
Oh wait, and it would only actually be 3 damage because it's piercing damage, right?
Yes, it was slashing damage, but yeah, it's still halved even or reduced even more for you. And the next one comes up and swings at you. Has advantage, so actually does end up hitting again as well. Just. And that would hit for 9 slashing damage.
Reduced to 6.
Reduced to 6.
And Constitution saving throw.
And the second attack doesn't hit. So you are just surrounded. They
Does
almost...
the second one not hit even when I've just lost my Shield of Faith?
Yes.
Okay.
They almost sort of have their arms and shields and swords out and away to almost box you in as best they can with 2 people. But they're, you know, a head or so taller than the average human. So they actually are quite imposing forms, but if you hadn't already been fighting literal giants. Mikhail.
I yell out, Devi, these things aren't as slow as you once thought. And I will...
Change of plans, we stop them here.
You aren't as fast as I once thought.
It's going to attack at you, which misses.
Hold on.
In your wake. Oh.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're good. Go to here, and I will turn and throw a fire
shit.
at the one that just attacked at me.
How did you accidentally do that, Scott?
I clicked too far to the right. Sorry.
You were so genuine about it. I thought you'd like just stepped on your dog or something. That is not a hit.
I didn't think it would be.
Fire just sort of rolls around the body.
Yeah, that's literally my turn, because I have nothing else to do.
Next up is Devi, who is still quite adamant on running away.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine, it was a good plan, but whatever. I'm gonna move 30 feet. Up
It was
over
a good plan, but Mikhail's too slow.
Yeah, Mikhail. Do I get advantage from there or no?
Talking
No.
about
No? Okay, fine. I'm gonna
couldn't
bonus
leave him
action
behind.
my mage hand right up there. And then I will attack.
Squished.
So I have advantage.
You know, can I just point out, if you bonus action move around to the other side, you get... the
Either
advantage.
way, I'm using my bonus action, and I kind of like being closer to the door better than being over there.
Okay, no, that's
So it
fair
doesn't
enough.
really matter.
it matters to her.
Oh, that's true. No, because
But you rather be closer to the door. That's fine.
It is
Door.
entirely up to you. I just
You-
felt like pointing that out. You know?
You'd rather be closer to the door. That's perfectly fine. Because I'm gonna do the same thing in a
5,
second,
10,
anyways.
20, 25, 30. Yeah, no, I'll stay there.
Go ahead.
Yep.
That's a hit.
Yep.
God damn it. God damn it.
45.
Yeah.
Also, with my mage hand being there, I can move it to the others. Like.
Yes, no,
within
you don't instantly destroy it in one hit. It's a strong, resilient thing, but the sonic forces of the booming blade do considerable damage to it, as well as just being able to cut it in the right spots.
It's my turn.
Next up is Riel.
Okay, I am taking a swing at the one that Debbie just hit. Yeah, my excellent damage rolls as ever.
It's pretty sad damage.
And I will hit it again if it's not falling.
You won't hit it again, it blocks this time with a shield.
It's got a high AC, that thing. Okay, that ends my turn then.
Okay. Next up is General.
Okay, so I mean, I'm going to do what you just saw me try to do before. I'm going to swing at the damn thing with my arming blade first.
Yeah. Hey, first and last.
Heyo. So a little damage, nothing crazy. And then I'm going to hi Aaron, bye Aaron.
Sorry.
Hit mobile flourish, which means this is the master's flourish one. So I push the thing back 7 feet, so a square.
Oh.
So then I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm standing there flanking with Riel. Now I'm gonna attack with advantage with my arming blade this time.
Yep.
And I'll take that 30, of course. I don't think it's only once per turn that I can use my ability. I think it's just once
know
per...
if it is either.
Oh, you know, it's once per attack. So I'm only making one attack action, so only once. So that's the fair way. Okay, let me roll my damage. Okay, 11.
Why don't you describe this kill, General?
Sure. So more or less, as I'm fighting against that first one, and I just do like, again, I don't like shove the creature. I use like a whirling step forward flourish and whatnot to have the thing kind of like backing up a little bit, like trying to always find its advantageous steps backing up. As soon as I get it back enough, it's distracted, I can turn and book it over to make sure that I lend assistance to Riel over there. I make my way over, and it's just kind of like I'll run up, I'll slide down on one knee and cut out its hamstrings from behind, both of them. So as the thing's coming down, I just put the blade out in front of me and it falls onto the sword. It's kind of like, yeah, like, ugh. Ugh.
You don't have to laugh it out, but I appreciate it. Cool.
Listen, you don't know what it's like to actually sit at a table with me. I don't sit at the table.
I know. You've told me about 70 times.
I miss it. I miss it.
Are you moving more, or is that your whole thing? So you got more movement, I suppose, if you do.
Oh, I suppose technically, yeah. What did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 5. No. Yeah, I'll go 5, 6.
Awesome. Next up are the bad men.
Are they though?
Bad.
We don't know their backstory. They might be completely justified.
You don't know anything about them.
Yeah.
And one attack does hit against Mikhail, one falls completely short, as is nature, because these dice suck. I should really swap them out. For 9 slashing damage.
I'm gonna use my reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. And I take 9 damage.
And you actually, as it hits you, you sort of turn and grab it again, and it just sort of melts as it's sort of running up to you into more or less a puddle of slag that some parts are still moving, but it's no threat to anyone aside from, you know, if there was a halfling, if there were like quarterlings, maybe they'd be scared of it.
Quarterlings. Child halflings.
You and pixies.
If there were pixies around, they'd be scared of it. This one's going to run up and attack General in the butt and actually get a hit off.
What in the butt?
I said what in the butt.
For a lovely 10 damage, and then is going to follow up with a second attack. What's your AC again?
I didn't use that ability, so a flat 19.
Yeah, I thought so. So the second one is also going to hit.
Oh, that didn't apply. That's annoying. How much?
And the second one is for 8 damage.
8 damage. Thank you. I'll apply that in a second. The game is being wonky. Because that's a word.
And then the one beside Riel. This dark dice. This one's doing much better for me.
It's the same thing, motherfucker.
Those
So
are ones.
how we in the next break? How do we get rid of that die?
You
I
live
mean,
closer.
I lost one die on Monday just under the desk somewhere. I don't know where it is. It is gone. Both of those attacks do miss. You with the one to your back taken care of, you can fully focus on shielding the attacks from the one to your north, which means it
I
doesn't
quite
harm you
like
at
the
all.
idea that when Ollie eventually moves out of that room, they're just going to move the desk. And there's
Oh
gonna
no!
be
When
a
I
space
when I
over-
when I moved out of
So
my
much
last
dice.
place, I did that. There was a lot
So
of
much
dice. There's a lot of dice just randomly around. Mikhail, it's your turn.
Mikhail is going to throw a firebolt at the one here.
Where? There. Okay. No, you're not.
Wait, he's
I
got a
throw
front.
it at it, it just misses. And then I'm going to.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he misses. I know it's hard to believe because
Sorry.
Will is such a good roller, but he does miss. Okay, next up is Devi.
I'm gonna bonus action move my. Am I clicking? That's not working because that one up top. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Think
just
so.
slow.
Move my mage hand up there so I get advantage. Not that I wouldn't anyway.
Yeah,
But it's good to keep moving it, so because it can only move 30 feet in a round.
exactly. That's a
And I
miss.
to move it. It's a miss. Okay.
Yeah.
I know, right?
All these misses. Get them out now.
Haha.
Get him out.
Next up
Get
is
him
Riel.
out.
Stabby, stabby. Slashy,
Bonk.
bonk.
The thonk
That's
bomb.
a hit.
That's 8 damage.
Some damage.
It is some damage. Click.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Sorry, that second one, it was lagging. So
Yeah. All right. So with Devi behind it, you can far easily sort of put it in less advantageous positions, slashing away at it with your holy light. It's all good stuff. Next up is General.
So, I mean, they at least have that good setup going on for themselves right there. I know I kind of scratched this thing, so I guess I might as well keep pushing. Arming Blade.
Yeah, this one's pretty beat up actually.
Oh, I Eric'd because I keep switching back and forth between them. I'm so sorry, guys. And I just totally pressed the wrong attack. What the
Oh
fuck?
my god, this is some advanced Ericing right here.
Yeah, I
And
know.
you
It's
still
like-
fumble your way to a hit.
Yeah, I know. It just kept going worse. It just kept getting worse.
Still
All
a
right,
hit.
so anyways, Iron Blade doing 12 damage. I'm going to use my defensive flourish on this one because I don't need to really move.
Mm-hmm.
It masters as always, and so I increase by 5. Do my second attack with it. Do my damage with that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you the total damage. Well, yeah, so yeah, total damage is 12.
I already did it.
And then 5 and then 11, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, last thing I'll do is my parrying dagger with my offhand because there's nothing else to do a bonus. No. Okay, do my damage with that. And it's a whopping 5.
2.
5.
2. Next up on the Bad Boys. One of them is a molten pile of metal. One of them is pieces of chunks on the ground. One attacks General. And just completely misses. It's one of the things where, as you're sort of dancing around it and attacking it, even though your weapons aren't magical enough to really do vast amounts of damage, you're still, you're almost making it outwear itself. It's swinging at you relentlessly, and they do sort of let off these noises, almost like these just low, deep breaths, but nothing else.
Bit concerning.
One attacks at Riel, but it can't pierce Riel's shield, and has no real concern for Devi behind it, because Devi just sort of stabbed at the back of its armor and didn't do anything. So next up is Mikhail.
Debbie is going to show us not doing anything in a moment, i.e. killing it.
He's running to off stage right.
Off stage right.
Oh, now you can get over there.
Is that against the one that's in between the sisters? You're muted, Will. I wasn't even looking at you. I didn't.
Sorry.
I just kind of assumed you were being
Sorry.
mysterious.
No, I was saying everything I was doing too.
Oh.
Jesus, good damage.
That is good damage.
But I would turn to Devi as I'm doing this and say, so much for being the fastest one in the room. I said that too before you said the whole, oh, now you can get over there, but your joke was very fine.
Nope. Hers is canon.
I know.
They're both canon. Devi.
Yep. I'm going to bonus action give myself. Oh no, I'm not, because I already have advantage. That would
Yeah.
be silly. Why would I do
I'm
that?
gonna. No wait, I'm already awesome.
Yeah, sure.
That's a hit. I'm so tired. I'm gonna need some chocolate.
Chocolat.
Ate, chocolate.
Yeah, that is a murder.
The murder.
I like a
Destruction.
coconut.
I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna bonus action move my mage hand over here as well.
Next up is Riel.
I'm going to join in the mobbing of this one.
It's only proper.
Ooh! I want to use my mobile flourish to throw it into Devi and see what happens.
Well, maybe you get to, because that's a big old miss.
Do I? No, inspiration lasts what? Not long and not.
10.
Yes, it does.
10 minutes.
Yep, it's not been 10 minutes. You go right ahead, sir. D10.
I mean,
I might as well use it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
That's a hit.
Excellent. And then I will try again. Hopefully this time actually hitting it.
Oh, a yawny boy.
Come on. Boom.
That's also a hit. And that is a kill.
Oh yay.
And with that, you actually finish off the last of this room. And there's horrors and dangers inside it.
So, in the end, like after it's all kind of settled and like they're all dropped and things seem fine, I'm gonna look at Devi and be like, "So it was just a matter of opening the doors?
Yeah.
Is it done by magic?
Yeah.
Does it
I'll
do?
kind of I'll point out like the tubes of like magical energy, like where it can travel down. Be like, listen, it's like a faucet. Do you know what a faucet is? Do you have those? Do we have those?
I've seen them in. I've seen the idea of well pumps.
Yes.
Do they go anywhere else? I'm just kind of like looking to see if the tubes go anywhere else or anything like that to do more than just those two doors.
Give me a
Do they,
perception
or do they
check.
hook up to the doors?
Give me a perception check.
Perception or investigate?
This is more perception.
Good, because I prefer that.
Me too, actually.
We both rolled our passive roll.
It honestly doesn't seem to be going anywhere else. Maybe there's more meaning behind this room than what you see, or maybe it is literally just to slightly slow you down, because none of these rooms have been outwardly challenging to someone like you lot. Who knows?
Once we get on the other side of the doors, I can investigate them further and see if there are magical energy passing through it.
I mean, we can push on. It seems like this room would have more than just a means of locking people in for a moment. Seems like a lot of work to go about for such a simple inconvenience, doesn't it?
You would normally expect the higher you get in the tower, the closer you get to the abomination himself, that the stronger his defenses would be. So far, that hasn't really proven true, which is strange.
I've read tales and heard stories in the past of things like not quite. No, I've never heard of anything quite like this, but rooms of magic where it transports you to places that are different. Like if these aren't just doors to another room, but doors to another place, and that's why I feel concerned.
I understand your concern, and if we take some time here, I can perhaps investigate further.
I mean, the obvious thing you notice from perception checks is that there's no magic going towards the door you just opened.
You just kind
You
of,
essentially turned it back on yourselves to lock the way you are before.
Right.
And at a glance, it seems to be a lock.
I have a question, Ollie. About how much of a distance did we travel between rooms?
You know, probably around a good 5 minutes of stairwell.
Okay. I guess during the next 5 minutes when we do decide to travel, I just want to pay very close attention to see if I hear any of the sounds of a potential dragon, because that's scary as fuck, as we've fought a dragon once and that was scary as fuck.
Easy. Not a problem at all. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're going to start traveling up.
She wants to investigate first. Aaron, your
is
mic's muted.
Actually, you're muted on Zoom.
You're still muted.
I know.
There you go.
Can I do an Arcana check to see what school of magic this is?
Yeah.
That might actually help relieve some of Scott's anxiety.
I have a feeling I know.
This
what
is
they
very
do.
much abjuration magic. It's a lock. It's a magical lock. It was almost as if it was turned the wrong way around for you to enter, or maybe there's more to it that simply you don't know. I mean, maybe there's more purpose to this chamber, which why it would need magical locks like this anyway.
I will explain to General that if we were expecting some sort of trap or teleportation magic, as he suspects, we would see transportation magic, and all I'm picking up is protective magic. Something that you would expect to see in a lock.
I understand enough of it to know what you're saying is that it should be fine.
Mhm.
All right, very well then. Then thank you for looking further into it. I want to make sure that we all have a chance to make our way home.
As ever, I should continue in the lead, because if any of us are going to get teleported away, then I would be most able to support myself on my own.
You've got this. And I'll pat her on the shoulder.
I'm going to say I believe you do, and I'm going to use another bardic inspiration on her.
Woo, now we're going up.
Awesome. You can start making your way up the stairwell.
Making your way up the stairwell.
Making my way downtown.
It's one of those things where the stairwell on a map is obviously, shortened
No.
for the sake
Yeah,
of,
that's why I asked, just to
of
be.
funsies. But
Sure.
yeah, Riel goes through, seems to suffer no problems at all. Oh no, there's a little peephole in that door that shouldn't be there. It was
Peepholes.
squeeze that peephole up. But there seems to be no issues up the stairwell as well. No eldritch horrors, no magical traps. Just slowly making your way up.
Yeah.
Is this door intentionally locked?
Could I roll a
It's
perception
not locked,
check?
it's closed.
Or closed?
Yes, I was
Okay.
going to say roll a perception check on the way up.
Perfect.
It is intentionally closed.
Can I open it? Oh, nice.
Yeah, you can open the door.
Yes! Look
I
at that
will
perception.
Open the door. This isn't going to get me killed. Probably. Taking a few cautious steps in. Shield.
seems-
Luckily, with your sword glowing with magical light.
It seems empty in here.
Do
There's a
not
couple
touch
more of those statues that we saw before. I say.
It's very much not empty, General, because as you look around the room, you see something on the ceiling. Again, a very tall, vaulted ceiling. You see the shape of a dragon clinging to the ceiling.
Oh.
That when it sees you.
I want to try to deception to pretend like I don't see. it.
Okay, absolutely. I was gonna do something. So yeah, do a deception for that. Okay, you saw the Sedula. Like you don't see it. Yeah.
No, and then I'm gonna. Oh, who's next to me? Riel. I'm gonna
Riel.
say. I'm gonna say to Riel. Fuck.
Say
Riel.
fuck.
And of course, because you did that, you only saw sort of the brief glimpse of the dragon.
I'm gonna say to Riel, hey Riel. Sometimes we get from the heavens all of the gifts that we could ever hope to find and the fulfillment that we need in life. And sometimes from the heavens, the greatest of dooms can fall upon us. As you continue forward, keep your faith about you, your wits about you, and your eyes to the stars.
That is all we can do as far as a Pyth, General.
Roll an insight.
My wisdom is 8.
She probably takes that all at face value. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because the fact that you're that you've been quite accepting of and religious towards her at times as well. She's just like, oh yeah, he's just being a good man, basically.
So other stuff I'll say about this room, similar to the dragon room you saw before, these corners actually go off into open air. Quite accurately, they do just sort of go off into blackness because you're quite high up and it is nighttime. But it is the sides of each chamber do go off into the open air as well.
Okay, I am continuing on. Charge into the room with a dragon.
You don't know as a dragon.
Exactly.
We assume though. We were told.
You dragon was mentioned.
Told. When does the dragon drop on my head? That is the question.
I mean, if it seems like Riel has no fucking clue.
Riel is just sort of walking forward, probably quite cautiously, probably.
Sword she absolutely. But... She's still on guard, like short sword and shield. But...
So if it looks like she has no clue what I'm doing, I'm totally just gonna.
Upwards at the dragon. Awesome.
Yeah, as everybody kind of comes into the room to see what's going on, I'll catch it off guard with a
you do completely catch it off guard. So what happens? And this is quite interesting, because the dragon was here. The dragon on the roof, 40 foot up, is suddenly illuminated with light. And you probably look upwards because the sort of way fairy fire works, it set off almost like this firework of light that sort of trails offwards. Then the dragon is illuminated. And it's quite clear as it sort of flinches for the flash of light. There's actually Dracarys, of which you fought before, but reanimated. The silver scales do remain in many parts of its body, but in particular its forearms are very badly scratched, burnt, attacked. There's places where the scales have melted together, which incurs quite a remarkable heat, where the dragon leather below has been ripped and torn, places where there's just nothing but bone. And as you do that, it lets out quite literally a roar of surprise, and will start to come down and fly down at you. So I think probably best to roll some initiative.
Let's go initiative. Let's go.
Yep, I am caught off guard.
Oh, I'm not much better. I mean, you rolled better than me. I just have +4.
Yeah.
Oh god, we all die first turn.
William, you should definitely play a bard and just chair chanting on the side.
Yeah,
I like it.
You are. Is that everyone? I don't see a halfling.
I don't see a halfling.
I see a halfling on there.
No, he's not a new
He
one.
hasn't rolled initiative.
Oh.
So funny enough,
16 again.
He's the one who acts first, as you see Dracarys sort of, who was laying in wait, and you knew someone was laying in wait there, you just didn't get long enough to look that it was Dracarys reanimated. You see its head turn completely and start to sort of, it was perched up on the roof, upside down, but starting to release itself and starting to drop. What do you want to do? You're right, Aaron.
Well,
you probably should have seen this coming a little bit.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna start making my way a little bit. Oh fuck, we gotta spread out. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna hope that gives me some sort of cover. I will cast Magic Stone because it's
Just in case you need some magical stones.
It was what color? It was a white dragon before,
It was
right?
a silver dragon before.
Silver dragon before. Okay.
Which is essentially a white dragon, but not as much as a bitch.
Not as much of a bitch.
I don't think I need those spells. So I'm going to cast this. So I just want to make sure I know what I'm doing. I'm going to cast this as level 6. So
Awesome.
giving me 30 temporary HP.
Ugh. That cold damage, though.
And I should be good. Well, cold damage I don't think hurts undead anyways. Or the skeletons, I should say specifically. I don't think it does. Maybe it does. I don't know. But anyway, so that's gonna be my turn. Oh, yeah. Bonus action, Magic Stone.
Yep. Awesome. With
Just to
that,
have in my pocket.
Dracarys drops and sort of twists in the air in a very almost. It would be like how a cat falls, where they sort of twist their body in two ways. Aside from there's not so much like a muscle keeping him together now. And he drops, not even completely turning towards Riel, almost facing the doorway a little bit more, and does growl out, "I suppose I should thank you for giving me my wish of a beautiful undeath." And will...
Yes, Will.
You should do that.
Is going to exhale a gas, not even the cold breath. Yes, exactly. Which only is
It's
going
like
to
grandma
hit
breathing in.
Mikhail and Devi. No, that was both the last guys. The last guys were doing the grandma breathing. Both of you give me Constitution saves.
I like con saves.
Con. Gross.
Yeah, that was kind of like...
Oh, sorry.
Do you still like con saves, Will?
I mean, I rolled a 2. I can't do anything about that.
As this noxious sort
Just an
of
action point.
almost blue-white mist starts to blow over you, and it's sort of there's a force of the wind enough that both of you are sort of pushed back against the door frame and the back of the stairwell. You feel your bodies locking in place as you can see everything that's happening, but your bodies just do not work anymore. You're both paralyzed.
This is cute.
I do appreciate how the suicidal one who runs into the middle of the area isn't
It's fine.
attacked.
Devi, all you could do is give me another Constitution save.
Yeah. I wonder if I can even make this save.
You don't make it yet. I need a post-it note to keep track of this.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
How many failures until you die?
Right, exactly.
Huh.
And Dracarys isn't just gonna sit and let that happen. He's gonna sort of turn to Riel and be like, "I won't let you defeat me this time." And gonna swing at him, at you with his tail, which is a whole lot sharper now because there's just some parts that are just bone and bone. And your AC is a 22 right now, right?
It's 20 at the moment. I lost you.
Ooh!
It's got a 21, hasn't it?
Oh no, more than that.
Oh, okay.
And it's sort of one of those things where you're sort of almost expecting him, like last time, to sort of come at you from the front, when he just quickly swings his tail at the side. With the same speed as before, which isn't all that big, but he is big, so the speed is you know, a little twisted. Will immediately hit you for a clean 20 bludgeoning damage.
Reduced by 3 for a not.
Yes, which is one of those things where, like, you shield it, but you're still, like, dragged back, like, maybe a couple of feet in the ground, where the metal of your boots sort of, like, scrape. Very dramatically. Mikhail, give me a Constitution save.
And I succeed now. He says cockily, and hopefully that he wins.
Ooh! Next up is
Damn!
Riel.
Eek! What is up with these terrible rolls?
Okay, I was debating whether or not I should try and save my spell slots. I don't think we have the leisure of saving spell slots.
I wasn't going to, but I can't even do anything, really.
I am slashing yield Dragon Claw. That hit.
That does hit.
And I will just use a first level smite for now. And bonus. Oh yeah, that was brilliant. Thank you. So let us have another go. Assuming that's probably a hit.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like you're doing way less?
Ah!
Lots.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that is it.
I mean, you still do quite a lot of damage as you slash away at this at Dracarys. Again, the sort of you're sort of facing his tail and his back legs. There's a lot more meat for you to slash at, and the radiance of your holy blade does a lot more with every strike than it did before. But ultimately, you still have that feeling that you are fighting a dragon. And next up is the general.
Okay, so I mean, I've got my temp HP and whatnot. There's one more spell, but you're too far for it. Fuck. So I'm gonna have to move my way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not close enough to actually attack yet, which is why I made the stones so I can get my way all the way over here. You know, so throw a magic stone. I imagine that's a miss. Oh, no, it's fairy fired. It was supposed to have advantage.
That's entirely true. I forgot to put the little marker on it.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have crit, sir.
You really like that?
Well done, you now
That's
get
funny.
2d6.
Don't forget, these are technically
DA.
magic attacks, so
Oh, they are
beautiful.
D6. Rip. Yeah, they are magic attacks. It's true.
I was almost. You see those two 20s sitting there? All right. Okay, there we go. That's that. And then for my bonus action, I am going to cast, because it's also not a concentration spell, Spiritual Weapon. And then my Spiritual Weapon will deal. I did this just as a flat second level. Oh, I actually didn't. It didn't ask me what I wanted to do.
Well, you
Sorry,
can do
one
it as a
second.
different level. I don't think it will change that.
I'm gonna change it to a what's that? 4th level spell slot instead of a 2nd. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll do a 4th level spell slot. So let's see if the damage is correct on it, because it's supposed to increase by 1 second. I want to fuck it up. If it catches 3rd level, 1 for every 2 slots above 2nd.
So it
So-
only goes at 1.
Yeah, 1d8, and so it normally does. Where are you, spiritual weapon? 1d8 plus, so it's going to be an additional 1d8. Click. Cool. Here we go. So, oh, my apologies, I pressed the wrong thing. What level is the spell? 2. Oh wait, hold on, maybe that's why. Oh yeah, no. I just want to see if it's screwed up.
You just gotta click it and roll
Looks
1d8.
right to me.
Yeah, it looks right. So 15 then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 15.
Awesome.
We're good. Sorry about the delay.
No. He's fine. He's mostly fine. First of all, Karis is going to take off. Both of you give me dex saves. And by that I mean the you know,
Do I get my shield bonus?
you
for this?
do. You do.
The ones who can move.
Yeah.
I rolled Garba.
That is a 16 in that case.
Good job.
Don't-
Both of you are knocked prone.
I was going to say, don't forget you're inspired.
Oh yes, I am. I will attempt to.
Does it work on saves?
Yeah, worse than everything.
That's an 18 then.
Not enough.
Probably a 20.
You
21.
take 14 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're both knocked prone. He then takes off. Not very high off the ground, but enough with a sort of with a one strong pulse of his wings, takes up higher. At that point, both of you see in the gloom as he sort of leaves the bright light of your sword. You just see this horrible visage truly in front of you. You can focus on it, of this half bone dragon, and both of you need to give me wisdom saves.
That's why I wanted to cast my other spell, but I couldn't get close enough. Fuck me. Oh, why does he? Wait, why does he need a wisdom save? Isn't he immune?
24 hours. It's been months.
Huh?
It's been months.
Sorry. I technically I shouldn't. If this is for frightened, then I have all.
Oh, you're immune to fear, then great.
Yeah. Which means I just wasted that 20. Well done, me.
Good job, Scott.
I rolled a natty 1 and it re-rolled because of a halfling.
Oh. Good job.
I was like, no.
And the nice thing is, it put you exactly on 18, which is what you needed, which is even better.
Oh my god. I'm actually technically supposed to roll that with advantage because I'm a halfling, right?
Don't worry about it. You're already saved. And then, considering you're not prone, he's up in the air. He is going to fly over General, and he's going to swoop down and bite at you. And that's definitely a hit.
Cool.
Where's my second D10 at? There it is. That's going to be for 16 piercing damage, and give me a Constitution check. Fairy Fire would have... Yeah, for Fairy Fire.
That all would have been temp HP. In your world, does temp HP, do you still apply secondary effects if temp HP is the one that takes the hit?
I don't think there's anything which makes, in the rules about Constitution, that you still do Constitution checks. Yeah, I think you still do.
Okay, I believe we discussed this before, and you said that last time. I couldn't remember. Gladly, and please take 30 points of cold damage.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah, that silver undead dragon takes 30.
We're getting all of the useful nat 20s here.
Yeah, you guys are.
With its
Wisdom
claws.
save I didn't need to make.
Aaron and I are over here rolling 2s.
As it bites at you, this aura of frost hits at it. It just sort of shakes its head with no, just mild frustration, and then will start to claw at you. But that first claw, you roll to the side. The second time, it just goes down onto you, piercing you with one large draconic claw for a nice, horrible, terrifying, huge 11 slashing damage.
That's a heads up. Okay.
Next up, Devi, give me a Constitution save.
It doesn't
William,
affect my sheet.
by the way, those boots, I asked you a question in chat, you didn't answer.
Sorry.
Do they act as a freedom of movement spell or just ignore difficult terrain?
They don't work until the sunrise.
Oh, okay.
You use their full ability.
I actually don't know what they do.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It doubles your speed for 10 minutes, basically.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Okay, you are still paralyzed. Hope you're having fun. Next
But
up
she's
is
not
Micah.
dead.
No, not
Things-
dead.
Okay.
The two
good.
people that can fix that are way over here.
Yeah. That's okay. You
Micah,
guys
give
got
me
the
a
dragon.
Constitution
You
save.
can do this. I believe in you.
Come on, Con. I have a
Aha!
+9.
You actually managed to, at the end of your turn, surpass this. But again, at the end. Next up is Riel. It's one of those ones where the dragon is technically in the air, but he's like in the air just above the ground where you can run up and stab at him if you need to.
I get up and I run up to him and I give him a good old slashing to the rear.
The good old 1-2 punch.
1-2 stay. That's a hit. Oh.
I'm not going to use a smite this time because I'm stupid. He's going to attack again. Yeah, leave it at that.
Stack.
Awesome. Is that the end of your turn?
It is indeed.
It's going to beat its wings again. Both of you give me dex saves.
God's sake.
I mean, oh, never mind. That's not what it does.
Is this even theoretically possible for me?
Yeah. Like, very possible.
A dance like a
But unfortunately,
motherfucker.
you're both knocked prone again, and you both take... that'll be...
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
That's 17 points of bludgeoning damage. So as you run up and you stab at it, it goes, ah, and you're knocked back again, and General, who was probably just about standing up after all the attack he's taken, again, knocked back down as the various sort of dust and rubble in the room, and even parts of his body are launched into you.
Yum.
He's then gonna move.
I cannot forgetting to give myself advantages. Oh no, because of the fairy power.
Hey. Well, the attack of opportunity.
You're prone.
Running, that doesn't ruin attacks of opportunity. I can still swing while I'm on the ground.
I think one of the things of this ability means you can't attack of opportunity if he just knocked you prone.
I mean, if you're saying he has the ability that
Yeah.
he negates it, then that's a different story.
I for this ability,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
does,
yeah.
at the very least. But I'm fairly sure
Gotcha.
I'm fairly sure you didn't let someone do an attack of opportunity when they're prone before. But I don't know.
Typically speaking, you can.
Anyway, it's your turn next.
Just with disadvantage. My
Yeah,
turn.
that would probably
I'm
what I usually do as well. Situational.
get up, which is half speed, and then I look to see Riel, kind of give her like an exasperated look, like, and then I'm gonna press the fight. 1, 2, 3, and I will attack because luckily I have 30-foot move despite being a halfling with heavier armor on.
Yeah.
First
Heavy.
attack. Oh wait, fuck! I ericed because of saving throws.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
So
good job.
I'm gonna do that much damage. I'm then gonna remember to apply my Hexblade's Curse as a bonus action because I'm a doomy, and then I'm gonna attack again with my other attack, which 27 will hit.
Yep.
And it also gains a bonus to damage equal. I'll just add it this way. It'll be fine. So 11 plus 6. So another 17 points of damage.
Good job.
Oh, thanks.
All right.
Fuck, thank you.
We're actually
thanks.
going to take our break now before the dragon's turn. Because that's sensible. And we're not going to be not sensible today. Not at all, are we? So we're going to be back in a couple minutes.
Dum dum.
Oy vey.